Mullah, huh? His lessons are so witty, right? And yet they are very useful, okay, if you apply it in your life. So one day again, Mullah was going somewhere in his village along with his donkey. Yes, the donkey man. So he was going somewhere and he was having his time. To have one's time is to enjoy one's day. And he was like, it was too scorching outside, but still he was having his time because he has already taught us that whatever you have, enjoy it. Be happy this moment. So suddenly this, annoying neighbor came in front of him, as usual, annoying. So he asked Mullah, because you always see him like, chirpy, and also he asked him out of curiosity, Mullah, how old are you? So he said that I am 40. Okay. So he took that, his neighbor took that and said that, okay. And then he moved away. So things passed on, and somehow a decade has passed on, like 10 years passed on. And then one fine day again, Mullah was standing the same way as he always does with his donkey. So after a decade, this neighbor turned up again, and he then again asked, like, Mullah, how old are you now? He said that I'm 40. So as quirky are his ways, as idiosyncratic habits, he has to answer him like this. So he said that 10 years ago also you have answered me the same thing, and now also you are answering me the same thing. So he said that, something never changes. Something never changes, so am I. And he stopped there. Can you make out what's the learning out of it? Society. Where does society come from into being? Okay, that's the one learning. Something, our personality, but personality is something which is always changing. Way of answering the question was? It didn't change. Yes. Okay. Somebody has answered me on, a person will not change. Yes. So yes, I will take all the three viewpoints. This is all your perception. So when you say that I am 40 every time, that means you are in a time warp. You don't want to change. You are still there. Okay. But second learning is change is inevitable. He really wants to make this man realize तुम 10 साल के बाद आए हो तो मैं obviously कुछ change तो होऊंगा, but because he is annoying, he is answering him like this only, I'm still 40. Okay, so if you are developing, if your age is developing, of course your mindset should also develop, right? Some things inside that work are for example, okay, so that's not time. If I tell you ज़्यादा बढ़ेंगी नहीं. All right, if I take the values, orthodox values that people used to carry on further, now we have dropped many of them because you people have come up as a new development in the society. Would you like to follow that? Girls would not like to follow the same thing, especially dressing. Nobody would like to follow that. Okay, when you talk about any kind of festival, that intricacies of puja and all those things, I mean, the aartis and all what you did, in olden times, it used to be very intricate, very difficult. You have to get up in the morning at 4, 5, or maybe at times 3 also. Women used to do that, right? But now the relevance has reduced. According to our culture, according to our convenience, we do that, right? Though the things are shedding, but because the time is evolving, we have to change. Be it values. I'm not saying make your values bad. It's not like that. Make your values, don't make your values bad, but evolve with time. Okay. So 40 will not remain 40. It was just the way of his answering. But yes, change is inevitable, right? So quickly, we will move towards our today's topic. You have a question? Yes. used to, he still changes, because I mean, you have to take that step forward. You should not, you shouldn't drop that good qualities. Yes. So I think we can start now. Innoxious is not noxious, or it is harmless. We did this, I guess, right? In Jonu we have done. On Jonu, I always make mistake in this. Sub Jonu and on Jonu. Idyllic, you can have idly at this place. Illustrious career, okay, illustrious people, illustrious family chart, illustrious family history. Kudich has an illustrious history. We did this also. Inscrutable, what does it mean? Hard to detect or understand. Yes. So in another ways that you are not giving screws of your body to other person to open you up. Imagine you are, you are having hinges, you are having screws to open your mind, but you are inscrutable. Nobody can know you, right? Not able to describe feelings. Okay, Nana. So this is day 13. Insidious. We directly, indirectly did this word earlier, but now the actual meaning would be that. Can you comprehend this particular something which is deep inside? Okay. Something you can't see. Okay. Which is inside us, developing inside us, but is not detectable. Such things are generally harmful. You are not hiding. It is already there, but it is not in your notice. Like, for example, if you see somebody, okay, maybe the same Honda City boy is there, he's showing off, he has the audacity at least to display this thing. And you are standing in front of that Honda City looking at that boy, okay, and you're not admitting this, that you also have this feeling of having the same audacity. And somehow you are developing the feeling of envy, envy, jealousy. But you're not able to notice that this is inside you because you're not admitting it. So somehow, someday it will become bigger and it will take full shape of jealousy that you would like to do harm of this person also. So insidious is something inside us, but it is not noticeable. So it turns out to be harmful. That's insidious. Something that is insidious is unpleasant, dangerous, and develops gradually without being noticed. Okay, so just like if you talk about science side, so cancerous cells, okay, they develop in somebody's bodies, okay, without even being noticed, and they gradually develop, and someday they become very dangerous. Something which is inside us. And develops gradually. Okay, that's why people say that do not keep your feelings inside. Open up, because what shape these feelings would take, you really would not, get to know. As teens, you do not know in which direction you are going. This can be insidious if you would not open it up. Some people who become drug addicts, who become alcoholic, is because of these insidious habits only. Insidious habits, because you're not opening up what's happening at your end. You may be too stressed or you may be too anxious, okay, keeping things inside you, and then you approach to alcoholism or this drug is. Okay, so now that if that's some other person, that's not your confidant. Confidant is a person whom you can trust. Okay, it's with an ANTE, confidant. You don't have a confidant. For that matter, we people can maintain a healing diary. Write your emotions in there, okay, or at least speak out in front in a room. Okay, this will bring out the negative energy. So it will be out, it will be burst out. That's what I said in the breathing exercise also. What you are taking in is positive, but whatever you are venting out, that has to be negative. Just make it out, at least alone. so that nobody else can listen. And if you are blessed with or bestowed with a positive person or a confident, please don't let your thoughts turn or habits turn insidious. So stealthy means secretive. So with this, I will connect with one of the engineering concept. There is called a stealth technology. I don't know whether you people have heard or not about it. जो भी aerospacing में या aero engineering में interest रखते हैं जो बच्चे, they might know about stealth technology. So stealth technology is basically a technology used for war space, where when the plane flies and it has the ability to hide. Yes, it doesn't come in radar. It has the ability to hide itself. Other people would not be able to notice it. That's stealth technology. Yes. And second one is like you can keep stealthy feelings, secretive feelings. Surreptitious, yes. Clandestine. Cunning, subtle, cunning. Now here insidious is like, obviously it's turning because towards the harmful side. So that's why cunning is coming as a word out here. Okay? Now look at her, addicted towards phone. She doesn't know where to go out. Phone can never answer all of the things that you have. Okay, so three things are there. If you have a friend, you are lucky. If you have a parent, you are the topmost luckiest person that he or she can understand your feelings. If you have none of them, you are most lucky because you can vent it out to God. And if you have trust, okay, that's the best thing I feel. Okay, and then of course there are other guides who are made available. If you make the third option more trustworthy, the guides and angels will be available to you. Okay, but don't keep the things or feelings insidious. He experienced the insidious influence of the corporate culture. Now in corporates, you know what happened? Corporates, I'm talking about the companies. They tell you that we are open from 9 to 5. Okay, but then 5 o'clock, no, they have some other work. They'll say, yeah, theek hai, 6 o'clock tak stretch kar le. 6 से 7, 7 से 8 and 9, and then they will give you money for that also. So money के साथ आप अपना time भी stretch करते हुए जाओगे, but you are not noticing what you are foregoing is your family and work-life balance. So this is developing as a harmful thing, right? Wherein your family will look forward for you, Papa kab aayenge, Mama kab aayenge, and all those things develop. So this makes a vicious circle. When it didn't get under your notice, you just notice that I'm getting money. But you didn't notice I'm also, foregoing my family thing and every space that I can give to my family or time that I can give to my family. So this develop as an insidious thing, insidious influence. Ma'am, can introvert be a synonym? No, beta. Introvert is a personality. Insidious is a description of a person or a thing or an event. Okay. The insidious habit of spending too much time on social media quickly begins to have negative effects on mind. You never got to know कि 2 घंटे कैसे spend हो गए social media पे. We sometimes wonder, यार अभी तो 10 बजे थे, now it's 12 and I'm just on the Facebook or Insta. So this is insidious. Okay. Yin yang. So if you have this insidious habits of getting stuck to Insta, any social media, I think I'm not saying that do not touch social media, but I would be a person who would ask you to take conscious control of it. Knowing the word itself, rings a bell here. Is it getting insidious? Every time, if you people want to become a better human, her activity pe agar aap question karoge, especially is this an insidious habit? Like consuming junk food, more on calls, more on social media. If you think your parents are, doing, contradicting you. So ask yourself, is it insidious? Am I affected? If yes, start shunning it down that very moment. Reduce it on your own. This is taking conscious control of your life. That's how, remote control will be in your own hand. I will, explain about this in Team Speedy more so that you at least can have control on your entire personality. So this is how it can be used. An insidious illness, insidious plan, insidious enemy. Okay, it comes unnoticeable. Person would appear to be good, but that turns out to be insidious enemy, insidious form of anything, insidious nature of a person, insidious threat, insidious way of doing a thing. Okay. Okay, so if somebody is coming from outside, like if you talk about opposite parties, India and Pakistan, so they have an insidious plan. What happened in the movie, this Alia Bhatt and yes, so she was carrying an insidious plan, unnoticed. She has entered Pakistan like that. Nobody would take care of it, right? Now, how can you remember? Negative thoughts are insidious and kill us. So I will take revenge. Such things are developing inside you, but you are not noticing it. They are my enemy. They never understand me. They insulted me. Very small sentences can ruin your entire life if you do not vent it out to others. Okay? And choose a better person to discuss these things. Okay? Rather than developing the insidious form of it. Okay, who's he? Where Bill Gates? Bear Grylls, yes.
He is taking part in the
Wow, that's nice. So in him and the person that I'm going to show you, you need to tell me what's common between them. Okay? Revenge? Adventure. Okay, so what was common? What is common between him and Bear Grylls?
Both are adventurous and like to take risks.
Like to take risk and adventurous. Okay, they like to go to idyllic places. Okay, Suhani, both are agile. Okay, they both like adventure. Okay, adventure and risk taking. Risk taking habits. Which person takes risk? Who's not afraid of anything? Like they are very brave, and that's what the word intrepid means. So an intrepid person acts in a brave way. Do you consider yourself intrepid? Sometimes. So intrepid person are fearless, dauntless, dauntless. When we say something is a daunting task, it's a daunting task. That means it's an uphill task. It's a dangerous task. And when a person turns dauntless, that means he doesn't have any fear of attempting that uphill task. Undaunting, it's like same undaunting or dauntless, and daring. Okay. So as an intrepid explorer, an intrepid explorer once told me, all you really need is a credit card and a toothbrush. And that's what Bear Grylls need. If you are feeling intrepid, the game also offers challenging hikes and cycling. It can be used with an intrepid space traveler, intrepid explorer. Okay. And how can you remember it? Is I can put the lion in trap. I am intrepid. Okay. If you dare to put the lion in trap, you are intrepid. And if you are fearful, you are trepid. Okay. Trepidity, intrepidity, intrepid, all these are the forms of the words. Okay. So we will do a couple of words here, and then towards the end, we'll make the sentences, right? Okay, recognize them. Who are they? Let's recognize the lady first. Okay, yes, it's J.K. Rowling. Second, Chetan Bhagat. Yes. Third, any idea? Online students, Tisha, Siddharth, Pranav.
No idea.
Okay. Well, he is renowned writer Salman Rushdie. Okay. He had written many controversial novels like Midnight Dream. Okay, that's what Pakistan really didn't want him to publish, and he was sent somewhere far out. Yes, yes. So what's common in them? Second commonality. They're wordsmith. Okay. What else? Knowledge. Yes, they share a particular sense of knowledge, a particular subject area of knowledge, and they're expert at it. Okay. So if you describe someone as having savvy, you think that they have good understanding and practical knowledge of something. So they are writing savvy. We generally use the word tech savvy. You have complete knowledge of technology. Okay. Whatever practical knowledge you have of anything, any skills that you possess, that you will have as a savvy. Now, it can be used as a noun and it can be used as an adjective. When we say he has savvy of writing, that means he has savvy of writing. That means he has understanding of writing. He has understanding of literature or whatsoever. And if we say he's writing savvy, so we are describing this person, or he's tech savvy. Okay. Okay, Era. They are great thinkers, big personality. Okay. So they are astute. Okay, astute also have the knowledge in a particular field. Yeah, that's how they are spontaneous also. Astute. They have a perception, a viewpoint about certain thing. Now they are similar, not same as I've said. So ken means understanding. Ken is another word for understanding or knowledge. That's ken. He has ken of judo. He has ken of martial arts. Okay. Like if you talk about sports savvy, yes. When we talk about Bruce Lee, he was, it was not just martial arts, it's not sport, martial arts savvy. Yes. Okay, Ronaldo. Now look at him. Rahul Gandhi is a candidate who seemed to have no political savvy. Okay. You agree with that? And put? Okay. It's not only the adults who are financially savvy. Kids are also sometimes are financially savvy, financially understandable, or like Bella Hari. Okay, I haven't heard about this boy. Okay. Okay, so we have got such small kids also, like under 16. We have many kids. They are, and I have heard and have in fact seen a video that there is a girl who's just 8 years right now, and she has got an entire, gamut of businesses under her. Though parents do it, but she had given the idea. So that's how people are astute. Malala, yes, when we talk about oratory, yes, political savvy now she has become. So it can be, sorry, Greta Thunberg, yes. So she's savvy of climate exchange, yeah, climatic information she has. Business savvy, that the small girl that I talked about, business savvy. We talk about all the Shark Tanks guys, they all are business savvy. Ashneer and all. Tech savvy. So we have got Google, right? We have got Mark Zuckerberg, tech savvy. Savvy buyer. Larry Page, Sergey Brin. Yes. Savvy buyer. Now, if you know where you will get the maximum discount and extract the best out of it, you are a savvy buyer. All mothers, yes, they have to be savvy buyers, and all kids are brat buyers. Exploitative buyers, I guess. Savvy seller, who knows with every technique how I can. Now, these days, people are actually savvy sellers. You know, they add this GST and all, and somehow the burden falls on the customer only. So they window show. It's called as window dressing. If you read about this in commerce, you just change the figures of accounts and it becomes window dressing. It seems that it's a profit for you, but actually it's a loss for you. So it's window dressing. That's a savvy seller. Political savvy. So when we talk about this lady, Tulsi, acted in movies, what's her name is, who has won in Amethi from BJP. Union Minister also. Smriti Irani, yes, political savvy. Yes. Serials. She started working in 16, at 16. Yes. क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, and she mopped the floor of McDonald's also just to return her the loan that she had taken to be a part of Miss India pageant. She was under 6 finalists, and just to return the loan, she mopped McDonald's floors for a long time, and then she got a role from Ekta Kapoor, and it was a hit. Then she shifted to politics at the age of 27. Yes. BJP. Yes. So in order to make sevia, you need to have knowledge of cooking. Are you kitchen savvy? Okay. So sevia and savvy. In order to make good savvy, you have to have good knowledge. So till this point, you have to make first sentences and then we'll move forward. So we have savvy. First word savvy. Second word insidious. Intrepid. Envy is jealousy. Yes. And insidious we've done. Yes. Bye-bye. Insidious, intrepid. Quickly, please make the sentences. Envy. Savvy. 4 words are there which you have to make sentences.
Ma'am, can you please tell the other word
Of
ma'am for savvy?
savvy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so proficient, expert, skilled. We can take this adept, ADEPT, adept.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, and can you please tell the 4 words again on which sentences?
Intrepid, insidious, envy,
And savvy.
and savvy. Yes. Elon Musk is space savvy. Okay. Adjective of intrepid. Intrepid in itself is an adjective. Tisha, he has space savvy. He is not space savvy. He has space savvy. He has space knowledge, space understanding. So here word has will come and savvy will be used as a noun. King cobra is insidious and obnoxious animal. Okay. There was an insidious advent of COVID-19. Very good, Dia. Points. And did it like extended the conversation, because other thing I am right and the other party thinks I am right? Did it provoke further conversation? So if something which is very interesting provoke further thought process, becomes more lively, you want to listen to the person again and again. Yes, enjoy. Wherever you are, enjoy. Yes. So a scintillating conversation or a performance is very lively and interesting. Come, Trujil. Can be the next room. We generally say a scintillating performance. Okay, when it is very lively, interesting, you want to see it. Person is also scintillating. Conversation, dialogues are scintillating. Manya, this movie is Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. So when a conversation or a person or an event is scintillating, it is stimulating, glittering, sparkling, or lustrous, full of shine, interest, liveliness, right? You can hardly expect scintillating conversation from a kid of that age. When the children are very small and they're not able to retort back, that's not a scintillating conversation. At times you get bored also. Maybe some scintillating conversation would break the ice when the class is entirely silent. Some scintillating conversation would move it, like generally Mullah's conversation move us. Okay, so his conversations are generally scintillating. Okay, so we can use it with the scintillating sun because of liveliness and brightness, scintillating wit of Mullah. Okay, scintillating dialogue, a scintillating personality, a playful of scintillating dialogue. Okay, this scintillating novels also can be there. Yes. Okay, how many of you have heard this dialogue?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Pranav.
Ma'am, can you please tell the meaning again?
Scintillating is something very lively, interesting, that provokes further conversation, or that can be sparkling.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So this dialogue of Pyar Ka Panchnama had got a monologue of Kartik Aaryan, wherein he was talking all about women, how do they behave, and he used certain words which showed he showed the wit, and it was like people are stuck to this dialogue for a long. It was a 5-minute long dialogue, but people were stuck to it. So it was a scintillating dialogue. Okay. Sorry. So what is he saying? That people say behind every successful man there is a woman. True, but no one says that behind every unsuccessful man there is also a woman. Makes sense. Yes. All right. So I think yes, this has to be one more word. Yes. Sorry, debates of Major Gauravara are scintillating. Okay. Next word quickly, sojourn. Where do you think this lady is sitting? In a hotel, right? How long do you stay in a hotel? How long do you stay in an inn or a hotel? 2 to 3 days. Yes. And why do you generally go there?
Ma'am, to have a break.
Yes, to have a break, to relax, to enjoy, to have a holiday. But that holiday generally turns out to be a smaller time period. Okay. So after a long journey is generally longer, right? But the stay turns out to be shorter. So a sojourn is a stay which is short in time period, a short stay in a place. That's a sojourn. Yes. So sojourn is a stopover or a layover. Like we talk about flights also. Sometimes, if you take international flights. Yes. Yes. So whenever there is a layover, sometimes layover lasts for 3 to 4 hours, but sometimes it also lasts for 1 day also. So that's also sojourn. You have to stay in a particular place for 1 day, and then you will actually arrive at your destination. So journey becomes big, but the time spent at your destination is small. My sojourn in youth hostel was thankfully short. We had been planning this little sojourn for several months. And what what maximum can we expect out of this particular sentence is something I'm going to show you next. Most awaited sojourn. So look at this. Can you make out which movie is this? Yes, it's Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So short stay journey. That's how you remember. Sojourn, so short stay in a journey, right? Where the people, those three friends were living for a shorter time in their respective places in Spain, right? So that was a sojourn for them. We have time, so we can do last word also. It's 4-1 already. We'll take one word and then we'll start with next word tomorrow. That's sinister. What can you make out of this picture? Horror. Yes, it's a horror film. Okay. But sinister in itself means very evil or harmful. Sorry?
Epitome of evil.
Yes, demonic character. Yes, that's sinister.
Sinister
When
is
you turn
epitome
off-
of evil.
Yes, that's sinister. An act done to cause harm to others. That's sinister act. Okay. Yeah. Something that is sinister seems evil or harmful. That's sinister. They? Yes, they impugn others. Yes, Annabella. Threatening, evil, menacing, forbidding. Okay. Huh? A child. Who is he? Yeah, who? You don't know his name? No, no. So if you do not know about him, he is Osama bin Laden. He's actually a terror. He was shot dead by US Army. He was shot dead by US Army. He was the most insidious of the terrorists who entered any territory without getting noticed. Even this 11 September attack, World Trade attack, was being executed by him. Yes. Tell me. There was something sinister about him that she found disturbing. As the story proceeds, a sinister force emerges. Druggist. So these are the words you can use: sinister vibe, sinister glance. If somebody looks at you in a very, evil way, so that's sinister glance. Sinister purpose, of course. Sinister tone or a sinister remark. Okay, now look at this. You are a sin sister. Sorry, sinister. Because you look at that, what the girl is doing. There can be only one. So, sin sister or sinister. It's pop, yes. Right? So, sinister. Sinister, yes. So with this, we'll end up today's lesson and we'll be meeting tomorrow.